Okay, hi. I've been crying. Ryan set an intention for us to cry ourselves to death yesterday, as if I didn't hear that. And here I am. I've been like crying all day. It's been great. Um, um, there's like a big telepathy show going on right now between liars and people that are telling the truth, people that are denying telepathy, people that are saying the truth about telepathy. It's just been a nightmare and a roller coaster. We have people that believe that they're out of their league, not asking for appropriate help. Um, People reporting that they are out of their league during a demonic invasion or such, and still not asking for appropriate help, and wondering about the eviction notice of planet Earth from the solar system yet again. Okay, um, the Lyrans and the Reptilians are forming a new hybrid species because right now they are protocoling it out, and that obviously affects the entire world. The better the world treats me, if the world treats me like a baby, if the world takes care of my finances for me, if the world is nice to me, if the world listens to my hopes, wants, dreams, desires, and helps me work towards those goals. If the world doesn't ignore me, if the world doesn't belittle me, etc., 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 then it benefits the entire world greatly. And we thought that the entire world knew this. Okay. We thought that this chapter was over. We thought it was clearly over after the debacle of 2017. And, here we are at the edge of the world, the beginning of Hunger Games on a worldwide scale, because a cataclysm is just a sneeze away. And I wish I was joking. I wish I was joking, but it does feel like a sneeze could detonate a new future timeline for future Earth. Um, like I feel like the tension is just that clear, palpable, and there's a really easy way to make this a beneficial lifetime for literally everyone. And I sound like a president. I'm making promises that I can't keep. I wonder if I heard that. Here we are again. Back to I wonder if I heard that. Um, so clearly I failed. I feel like I failed, correct? I told you okay, so the protocol of the Lyrans was to give me back to my daddy, and I already suggested which man in a timely order. I believe it went Chris, Hayden, and then Colin because it kept escalating. Okay. And the Lyran protocol was give me back to my daddy. Okay. And if not, the Lyrans will take over the planet again. Lyrans are lion human hybrid aliens from the star system Lyra. You can check out a Lyran or Lyran starseed. What do they call those? Starseed depictors to help you decide if you're a Lyran starseed or not. But yeah, you can start there, I guess. Am I saying this out loud, Dad? Um, do I need to turn this up? Are the solar codes loud enough? Um, yeah. So I think that my dog is literally the cutest dog on the planet. And I've had a rough couple of days. I think we did go over the protocol of the alien, and rest in peace, Val Kilmer, who died on April Fool's Day. And I believe he was part of my family, my star family, sort of like on like the Brad Pitt tip, sort of like a, um, I guess Val Kilmer needs explanation. I don't know. My mouth feels all dry, but I've had like a really kind of messed up day. So I feel like I did take one of those feels, but I don't even know what time I took it. And I just had kind of like a really messed up, tiring day. Didn't sleep. Space codes were coming in all night last night, just like a couple of hours of sleep. Like I said, the Lyrans are starting to take over the planet. And when the Lyrans take over the planet, I think I'm just having a panic attack again. I don't know. I can't tell. Um, it's like I take one of those things and then I don't feel anything, and then I take it and I'm like I didn't feel anything, so then like I don't record like what time and I took it, and then like I'll take another one and I won't pay attention, and I'm like, is this from the little gummy? I can't tell, but anyway. Or is it just because I've had like a really messed up day and I'm probably extremely exhausted because I only got a few hours of sleep, and so I'm watching JFK's assassination, a documentary about it. Like I said, I've never looked into um, JFK's assassination or watched documentaries about that stuff, or really any movies or documentaries about Marilyn. I watched the one, which I talked about on here, the one where Anna de Armas plays Marilyn, and it's like literally awful. And um, yeah, it was just literally awful. The one that where Anna de, it was like a made up biopic of Marilyn, and it was like literally just god awful. It gave me nightmares. It literally gave me nightmares about being trapped in that timeline as Marilyn Monroe, um, for months after. And obviously, that was like a part of my time codes um, about that life period, about that period of my life, my past life as Marilyn. But yeah, that was when like I was getting like all of my codes about being Marilyn and married to JFK or whatever, how we planned to get married. And oh, the accuracy and how they want to doubt her. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, so that documentary came on during that time. So I was like, let me watch it. And it was like absolutely like it was like I couldn't believe that they were still trying to make fun of me, Marilyn, after I was dead and after I was um reincarnated as Alyssa. And it's like they knew I'm on the planet. They know I'm on the planet. They know the pretty saviors on the planet. And it was like they still wanted, excuse me, to like make fun of me, like even more, and like spread lies about me and spread lies about my love life. Just basically like all like it's a really like toxic, made up timeline of Marilyn's lifetime. And it's just all about abuse, all about sexual abuse, all about mishandling. And it was just like really, really awful. But I was like, wow, that's crazy. Like they still want to make fun of me, you know, um, like 1960 and 2025, and you still want to make fun of me. It's crazy. And it was like during that time where like all the space codes and stuff about Maryland were like in my apartments. Like I knew you guys were like listening in, and like it was like they kind of went together. It was crazy. Um anyway, so Lyran's I feel like I'm having a panic attack, and that's sort of why I wanted to talk because the Lyrans are protocol are like taking over. I didn't sleep good last night, you guys, and I told you like the space codes are like really bad. Anyway, the Lyrans are taking over. This is part of the Lyran protocol. These panic attacks, okay, these panic attacks is a part of the Lyran protocol, and we've gone through this before as a 8 billion, people community called Planet Earth. So you probably remember these panic attacks, and that means the Lyrans are taking over the planet because you're not listening. And it's scaring the reptilian part of your brain, and that's when it was like no more dating needed. There's not really much to do at a job. Like basically just took all of the energy out of all of these unnecessary things that were causing burdens to my life. And because you guys weren't owning up to the truth, and that's part of the Lyran protocol. But Putin, who is a gigantic salamander called a white albino reptilian, is overlaying that, and he's trying to do that. Basically, it's like them fighting, but basically it's basically Donald Trump is the Lyran and the Lyran protocol, and Putin is the head reptilian. And so they're basically overlaying each other to fight it out. And that's where all the panic attacks are coming from, because they're fighting it out, and it's basically like the alarm going off, and it'll keep going off if you guys keep butting heads with me and like giving me panic attacks and stuff like this, about paying bills and about 3D society and everything like that. I mean, if you keep giving me panic attacks about 3D society and rejoining 3D society, about bills and acting correctly, and you know making me take care of my phone has been turned off for a year, and bills and all this stuff, and then they're going to keep fighting, and we're going to keep getting panic attacks. And so that's what's happening right now.